reminder, it's Tuesday.
Right, so here we go. How much can I talk in about 4 minutes? Okay, so you know the basics that we went to go see the Harry Potter shoes. I'm assuming you've watched Mel's video, so you know what's going on. We got there and it was amazing, and I was walking towards it. I was freaking out a bit, so that was pretty cool. Then eventually we queued up and we went in and we watched a short documentary which Mel cried at, and my mum was looking at me like, what's going on? And I was like, it's okay, she's always like this. And then we went into the Great Hall and Mel cried some more and I nearly cried, and it was massive, and you could fit 22 double-decker buses in there, which you can completely understand even though it looks a lot smaller than it does in the films. We then moved on out of there. We saw some of the costumes and things that they had. We also saw the boys' dormitory and the Gryffindor common room, which are awesome, and they don't look like they've ever been dusted. I don't think they have. We also saw, you recognise this mirror, and we saw loads of the props, which was so cool. There were so many props, and Dumbledore's office, which was brilliant. I can't even begin to describe. It was fantastic. And then so we went around, we saw things like Umbridge's office and the Ministry, like parts of the Ministry of Magic, and the massive statue from in the Ministry of Magic, that's the one that says magic is might. And we saw things like Hagrid's hut, which smells like you would imagine Hagrid's hut too, which was really weird, and I wasn't expecting that at all. And you saw the potion rooms, and you kind of realise how in depth they went with all of these, because every single bottle in the potion room is labelled and filled, and apparently they were labelled by hand. Who even has the time for that? And then we carried on outside and we had some butterbeer, which I didn't really like. We also had our pictures taken on the night bus and in the Ford Anglia and on the flying motorbike, so that was all pretty cool. Also, right behind the night bus, which is Privet Drive, just right there, and then right next to that, Godric's Hollow. So it was really weird just seeing them all in the one place. And there was also the bridge into Hogwarts there as well. As well as that, lined up outside, they had loads of the chess pieces from the first film, which were brilliant because I loved them. I always thought they were so cool. So, they were great. And then after that, you go through and you see all like the props and stuff, and you get to see all the goblins that work in Gringotts, like the masks and stuff for that, and you get to see like Dobby was there, just Dobby, I think this is actually the one from when he was stabbed, so that's not a good point in our lives. So we went through and there was sort of all sorts of stuff, and then Mel just, like, I was taking a picture of Aragog, and Mel just comes up to me like, you have to come through, and we walk through really fast, and then there's just Diagon Alley. It's just there, and it's fantastic, and it was just like, it really hit me because they still had like the whole set with all the cobbles and everything, and it was just like, this is the set of Diagon Alley, and it was brilliant. And there was like some pictures of us here with me and my mum and my sister, but it was officially nighttime, or so they said, because the lights went up and down to go with the times of the day, so it's looking a bit dark. And then there's one with Mel as well, which was in the daytime. So it was brilliant. And then there was all the shops. They had Ollivanders and Madame Malkin's and just everything. It was perfect. And then we carried on through there, and we got to the end, and this was after all the pictures that some of Mel showed you that they had for that they had as concept sketches. And then there was just a massive like Hogwarts, and it was ridiculous. Like, it was fantastic. You don't understand how big it was. Like, here's a picture of me next to it so you can understand how big it is. I don't even know how they made this, but they used it for like the far off like shots of the school and stuff. But it was fantastic, and it was just really great. And then even after that, there was still the gift shop, which was also awesome, even though horrifically overpriced. So me and Mel went around like trying on robes and hats and looking at all the Hufflepuff stuff. But anyway, it was a fantastic day. It was genuinely, I think it was just my childhood in a day. Harry Potter was my childhood, and it was just Fantastic. Bye.